I gotta keep it real. I gotta keep it 10,000. Rest in peace to my brother Charlie. You heard? Charlie Rock, Harlem's finest, Harlem's very own. Passed away suddenly. You heard? Passed away suddenly. Please take care of y'all health out there, man. And especially for all my people, because a lot of us don't go see doctors. We don't take care of ourselves the proper way. You heard? Died suddenly. A real good dude. Rest in peace to this brother. God bless the whole family. Shout out to Charlie, man. Charlie Rock, man. 116, man. Y'all already know what it is, man. But I got to keep it real. I got to keep it 10,000. We got to get right into this one. 2026 has been a wild year. I got to keep it 100. We got dudes like Jim Jones popping out. And he's speaking on Camron and Mase. Yeah, he said they was never in the streets. They never had a name in the streets. He's correct. These guys played ball. They was doing other shit until they got older and not playing ball anymore, but they really didn't have a name in the streets as far as being vicious killers. He also spoke about Dame Dash. Yeah, he said Dame Dash was a lower class hustler. Yeah, Dame Dash, he inspired to be a rich porter. Yo, it's shots being fired out here, man. Jim Jones ain't letting up. Oh, before I forget, he also said that Camron was scared for his life. Yeah, he was scared to come outside because of Big L's older brothers. Let's talk about it.
This is Harlem legend, no cap, no trap, no trap. Oh, this is Harlem legend, no cap, no trap, no trap. Hey, this is Harlem legend, no cap. Harlem legend TV, we the realest on the screen. Breaking down the culture, keeping everything clean. Hip-hop stories raw, nothing in between. From the block to the world, we chasing a dream. I see the world through a lens so wide. Every hood story, every truth they hide. I'm the pulse of the block where the truth resides. Harlem legend TV, where the realness abides. Harlem legend TV, where the realness abides. Harlem legend TV, where the realness abides.
Yo, 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 yo. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy E or you, aka the Harlem Legend, man. We on the road to 100K. If you're new to the channel, if you're old to the channel, please smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you set your bell notification so you know when I'm dropping a video or going live. Yo, 2026 is turning all the way up. And it's not looking really good for a lot of people, man. Like, so we know the back and forth between Camron, Mase, and Jim Jones. You heard? We also know the friction between Jim Jones and Dame Dash. I mean, we've seen it all 2025. These guys throwing shots at each other, going back and forth. But now it has reignited. It reignited because Jim Jones is holding nothing back, y'all. Yeah, he unleashes on Jim Jones. I mean, Jim Jones unleashes, on Camron, Mase. He's letting them know Dame Dash, he's going in. He's saying Dame Dash ain't who he projects to be. Because a lot of us see a lot of people out here. Y'all know Dame Dash from the music industry, Rockefeller, bringing over Dipset. And I ain't gonna lie to you. The nigga Jim Jones saying Dame Dash did not play a part in nothing that they had going on. And I'm saying to myself, damn, how didn't he play a part? Didn't he bring y'all over to Rockefeller? I'm just saying, at the end of the day, is Jim Jones throwing shade? Pay attention to what he says about Dame Dash because it gets nasty.
Dame's impact on the dipset was nothing.
Right off the back, Dame's impact on the dipset was nothing? Now, don't get me wrong. They were actually moving and making moves in order to be seen. But without that Dame Dash cosign to Rockefeller, how far could it have really went? Now, a lot of people out there might say they could have signed anywhere. It was Dipset. I understand that too. But I don't think without the power of Rockefeller and the Def Jam the backing they had, I don't think it would have went that far.
What his impact was in Harlem?
Dame impact in Harlem was nothing. Not to say it like that. Dame came up under Hustlers. That impact was it. He was a little dude when it came.
That's wow. Now, I got to tell y'all a little something real quick, right? So I'm from the East Side too. Don't get me twisted. I'm downtown. So it's two different sides of Harlem, y'all. There's a uptown and there's a downtown. You understand? There's a downtown and there's an uptown of Harlem. You heard? Cam and all of them, they from uptown. They from 40th. Cam and Mase, they from 40th. Jim Jones is from 115th and 5th Avenue. He's actually an East Side nigga. But he's a downtown nigga. We all downtown niggas. And I actually been on the east side too. So there's two different sides to Harlem. You heard? There's the east side and there's a west side. There's an uptown and there's a downtown. A lot of the times we don't get along. The east side don't get along with the west side. Uptown don't get along with downtown. So at the end of the day, what Jimmy is saying is kind of efficient. It's kind of efficient. But when it comes to Dame Dash, nah, Dame Dash was getting money in the streets. When I was a youngin', he was getting real money. It's just that he was an East Side dude. See what I'm saying? When it comes to Rich Porter, AZ, they all West Side dudes. A lot of them guys inspired to go to the East Side because the East Side's where the money was at. You heard? What y'all paid $5 for on the West Side was $10 on the East Side. So I don't want to hear this Dame Dash he was a little man compared to them. I don't believe that. I think he was out of pocket for that, y'all. Pay attention.
Hustling in Harlem. He wasn't not no Rich Porter, none of that type of. He wanted to hustle. He wanted to hustle for niggas like Rich Porter and shit like that. Damn.
That's wild. That shot's fired right off the back. He wanted to hustle for dudes like Rich Porter. That's why. Yo, and I know Dame personally. I'm from the East Side, from my East Side days of moving around. And to keep it real with you, everything on the East Side costs more. A lot of dudes from the West didn't come to the East, and a lot of dudes from the East don't go to the West. You understand? But if you versatile like that, you able to get to the heavy bag. So that's why I believe Dame Dash, he got a heavy bag, 11.99 days. He got a heavy bag on the East Side, and then all he did was migrate to the West Side to get even a bigger bag. I don't get what Jimmy is saying here, but pay attention.
From the East Side, when the niggas on the East Side is different from the niggas from the West Side. Now for the East Side, Dame was a big deal to us because we were little. He was coming from the West Side, little car, jewelry, and all that. So when you're young, he's looking like Rich Porter, but in reality, he was like this. The nigga, go to the store, nigga, take a couple grams, get out of here.
I ain't gonna hold you. It's shots being fired. Go to the store, take a couple grams, little nigga. I'm going to be real with y'all. That's not what this is. That's not what I'm from Harlem. You heard? Born and raised. I jumped up the stoop at 13. You heard? Yeah. 93, I was already outside getting money. You heard? By the time I was 15, 16, I know how to turn one brick into two bricks. So I know how to get money. And Dame Dash was in the mix. Heavy on the East Side. But when it came to the West Side, I don't know if he was integrating his business or what he was doing, but that's what a lot of times a lot of niggas from the East Side did. Came to the West Side and got the prices cheaper, went to the East Side and made more money off the product. See, a lot of guys don't know that. I'm very in tune with Harlem.
Yeah, not to take nothing away from him, you heard.
But with him bringing dip in to the Rockefeller,
you're talking about two different things. You're talking about the streets, and you're talking about the music and shit like that.
I was talking about the streets.
I'm not saying he wasn't a hustler in the streets.
Right.
You heard? But he wasn't the big dog, nigga. He wasn't.
Well, we got to ask ourselves this, right? How many people were the big dogs? Yo, not a lot of, you know who the big dogs are, bro? See, this is why a lot of niggas ain't never been in the streets for real. Because none of us was big dogs for real. You heard? Them niggas getting it off that boat was the big dogs. Yeah, I had a Benz, I had BMWs, I had different cars. But the niggas it's just all a perception. All of us, as far as AZ, Rich Porter, they all had to get the brick from somebody. Those are the big dogs. And most of the time, the big dogs were never seen. See, I could tell when you've actually been in the streets, and this is no offense to Jim Jones. I'm just think he's throwing a lot of shade here and really don't know the streets, because when I was in the streets, and he's about 5 years older than me. He's about 4 to 5 years old, three to 4 years older than me. When I was in the streets, he wasn't doing that. He wasn't none of that. Yeah, he was a erratic blood. I gotta call it what it is, homie. You wasn't no hustler either.
That nigga, he just had a couple packs like everybody else in Harlem. You heard his name doesn't ring bells for being the hustlers in Harlem. He made a movie called Paid in Full. He wasn't in the movie.
Right.
His character was nowhere in that movie. So I don't want people to get up here and be like, yo, he's trying to do something. No,
Tell your man
nigga.
with a something.
He was just an actor.
Yeah,
in
in
the
a
movie.
cult. Yeah, you know.
The
when they
movie's
pull
about
up-
Rich Porter and
Oh, I
all
see what
those
you're saying.
guys.
Right.
Dame, there's not a character in that movie.
right,
He's not a
right.
Rich
Nah,
Porter.
for
They
sure.
didn't change
Nah.
Dame name to Kane or Kane. They changed.
So he said Dame Dash basically inspired to be like Rich Porter, AZ. See, I have conflict with that because the East Side is totally different from the West. And on some real shit, niggas on the East Side actually was making more money than West Side niggas. I know this to be a fact. I used to take the work from the West, tell my cousin, give me everything you got, load me up. I'm going to the East Side to get this bag. Yeah, Clinton, Carver, anybody will tell you over there. That's what I was doing. I didn't even have to bag up. I had to put nothing together because I had people already in position. And when I was younger, I used to just go get the bag and bring it all the way over and double the bag up. So it's like my own work when I was 13, 14 until I got older and knew how to flip one and the two and make it happen. See, I don't know about the discrediting. You heard it might be a little nasty out here, y'all. Like, I ain't gonna hold you, man. Will Dame Dash respond to this? Because I ain't gonna hold you. In the streets, Dame Dash was no pushover. I didn't hear about him being no gangster, nothing like that. But the few times I seen him, yes, he had the new BMW. Yes, he had the jury on. He was getting money. You heard? So we glorify the AZs, the Rich Porters, the Alpos, but those were the flashy ones. Those were the ones that were out there like that. Dame Dash was out there like that, but he also kept a low profile. A lot of these guys were quiet. He was well more known on the East Side than the West Side. The West Side is where everybody went to show off. Let's call it what it is. That's what the West Side was. Everybody went from the East to the West just to show off. So at the end of the day, I don't know if Dame Dash is going to answer this, but this might get a little nasty. I'm just being real. I don't believe Jim Jones ever been in the streets like Dame Dash been in the streets. Let's just call it down the line. So for him to discredit that man, I don't know how far that's going to take him. He didn't stop there, y'all. Yeah, Jimmy didn't stop there. He went in on Mase and Cam. Yeah, he said they were never in the streets, which is very true. These guys played ball, and I don't know what they did at an older age, but I know during the Gauchos and during the Riverside churches, the Menacings, these guys were playing ball, and they had a career beforehand. But Jim Jones, he also goes into what happened with the Big L story. Now, we know Cam and Mase spoke on Big L. Yeah. And we know that he spoke on Big Lee, Big L's brother. And I got to tell y'all, it all starts with the children of the corn. We didn't forget Bloodshed. You heard? Herb McGruff, Big L, Killer Cam, Murder Maze, Children of the Corn. Listen to what Jim Jones had to say. And I'm talking about it got nasty. Pay attention.
Getting on and shit like that, and then he excelled and then started getting on first and signed first, and then now help Cam and everybody get on and shit like that. But as far as making a name for themselves in the street, no, they had no name in the street like that.
And that's very true. That's very true. These dudes wasn't no gangsters or hustlers. These dudes were educated kids that went to school and made money, bro. I'm not mad at that. But let's see what else he says.
You know what I mean?
Big L.
Right.
Big L had a name
Big
for
L.
himself. He was rapping early. He was signed early. He had some dangerous ass brothers.
Brothers, that what Cam said.
They was uptown really shaking and moving and shit like that. You dig? And that's not my part of town. I was
They was thick
uptown.
old
You dig?
wolves.
Yeah, Cam used to be scared to death of them niggas to the point.
He said Cam used to be scared to death of them niggas. You heard? Used to be scared to death of them niggas to the point.
Cam used to be scared to death of them niggas to the point he didn't want to come outside. I didn't understand.
What? Cam used to be scared to death of them niggas to the point where he didn't want to come outside. Yo, look, I told y'all, I grew up in Foster Projects. I'm not an uptown nigga, 140th and all that. So I don't know what goes on 55th Polo Grounds. I can tell you everything about downtown. Just like Jim Jones, he's from downtown. Joe Mo is from downtown. But he frequent uptown, so he know what's going on. I don't know if he's telling the truth, but we've all heard stories about Big Lee. We heard about Big L's brother and how he gave it up. How these dudes was moving around. You heard? Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you. How they was putting in the work. He didn't stop there. Listen to him, y'all.
Cam used to be scared to death of them niggas to the point he didn't want to come outside. I didn't understand it because I'm from downtown. You heard? We had our own set of killers and shit like that. I didn't understand how that looked.
So, all y'all from different parts of Harlem? The whole dipset?
Yeah, I'm from downtown, and I met Cam on the east side. Cam was from uptown on 40th. His grandmother lived on the east side. That's where I met him at for the first time.
Yeah, so he met Cam in 1199 on the east side. The east side was always getting the bag, y'all. Like we gotta, the east side, I ain't gonna lie, they known for the baggage. They known for the paper. And it's a lot slower than the west side. The west side has a lot of in and out spots. The east side is really much quieter, but much more money. I'm just being honest. They willing to pay for the drugs that was on the west. So a lot of guys talk this street drug shit. They don't really know what's going on. As far as what he said about Camron and Mase not being outside, okay, cool. You heard? But when it comes to Cam being scared of Big Lee, I don't know, y'all. Y'all let me know. Get down in the comment section. Was Cam scared to come outside? Yo, I ain't gonna hold you. Is Jim Jones just chasing clout? Is he just chasing it right now? Does he get it? Does he understand social media? Or was Cam really hiding in the house when it came to Big Lee? Look, the war is just getting started. It's 2026. It's time to turn up. Ain't nobody holding back. Everybody's going to tell what's going on. Will Cam respond? Will Dame Dash respond to the disrespect? Will Camron respond to the disrespect? Yo, it's your boy E Oil, aka the Harlem Legend, man. Make sure y'all get down in the comment section. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. We on the road to 100K. I need y'all help. Leave a comment, subscribe. This is getting nasty out here, y'all. 2026 just getting started. Salute.